Hey, my name is Mohammad Faizan and I will be the instructor of this course. In this lecture, I am going to tell you some basic concepts and fundamentals which should be clear before learning a server-side script. So let's start. When we design and develop a website, we use web languages. Web languages can be divided in two parts, non-programming and programming. By the use of non-programming language, we create a structure of web page and style. But by the use of programming language, we perform mathematical operations on the web page. According to the role of programming language, we can divide it in two parts: client-side script and server-side script. In client-side script, the client is browser. Client-side script always execute on client side, it means on browser, like Firefox, Chrome, Safari, etc. Client-side script role is when client activity and event perform the client-side script execute the code. Example, page load, show pop-up on web page, or user click or double click, or form data submit that is checked by client-side script that form data is valid or not. So that all responsibility is of client-side script. But browser cannot execute or interpret server-side script. It can only execute client-side script. So for execute and interpret a server-side script, we need an interpreter. Then we install this interpreter on the server. Then the server-side script execute on the server by the help of interpreter. So we talk about PHP. PHP can only execute on server, not on browser. So that's why it's called server-side script. We are now going to see practically a client-server architecture how works. So let's start. Here we have three objects: browser, server, and database. On browser, we consider JavaScript is available, and on server, a server-side script is available like PHP. Yellow is client-side and orange is server-side. Actually, server-side script is not available on server, it's sent to the server by the browser for execute on server. We consider these two squares for understand only in easy way, so don't be confused. Now we consider that user visit a page for login. In this login form, user put username but does not put password. Then press on login button. After press login button, a request goes to the server. But before going to the server, client side check the request. If client side get error in the request or invalid request, then client side will not send this request to the server. It return the request in error message form to the user. This role of client side script reduce the load of server before going the bad request to the server. After seeing the error message, user enter the password in password field. Then again send a request to the server. This time request is valid and this request forward to the server by the client side. Now on server, interpreter interpret the server side script and request execute by the server side script like PHP. In our case, user filled a login form, so the request is for login in the web page. Then server side check the credentials from database. After check, we get result. This result handled by interpreter. Then this interpreter change the result in plain HTML for client. Then client again handle the result and return to the browser. Then user see the result the form of login successful. So in this video, I was telling you the fundamentals of client and server side script. So I hope your fundamental is clear now. So see you in next video.